Kiddos, it's time for some math. So this is our video for Friday's math, which would be lesson 3, and it's the problem solving one. So we're going to do some of this together because those problem solving ones can be a little bit complicated and things like that. So you're going to need your blue folder, you're going to need a pencil, and you're going to need your binder with your worksheet. We're on lesson 3 today. All right, so pause if you need to go get those things. Otherwise, let's get going. Okay, so let's look at number 1 in our blue folder. All right, it says find a pattern to solve. Use the space provided. In the morning, Mrs. White's students change activities every hour. Reading starts at 8:30. Her students go to 3 more activities. When do each of the activities start? So we're adding 1 to each time. So we start at 8:30. So then think, if we're adding 1 to 8, what would that make? Well, you should know that. That would be 9, right? So it would be 9:30 would be the second time. What would the third time be? I bet it would be 10:30. I'm going to guess most of you had that figured out. And then the fourth time would be 11:30. Okay? So let's take a look. I wrote my answers in there. Okay? So now let's look at number 2. Students start work in learning stations at 10:30. After 2 hours, they go to recess. What time do students go to recess? So we're adding 2 to 10. So if we add 2 to 10, what does that give you? All right, I'm going to guess you figured out that's 12, and then we put the 30 minutes on the end to get the answer of 12:30. Okay? We're going to do one more blue folder problem together. And this one we're going to go to the back for, because that's where they usually put the tricky ones. Okay? So I want you to look at number 5. We're looking at number 5 in blue folder. It says a postcard costs 45 cents. Jason wants to buy 2 postcards. He has 2 quarters, 2 dimes, and 3 nickels. How much money does he have? Okay, so I'm going to draw my coins out, and I'll show you what I did here in just a minute. So he has 2 quarters. Remember, quarters are worth 25 cents. And he has 2 dimes, and those are worth 10 cents. And he has 3 nickels, and those are worth 5 cents. Okay, so you see what I did there? I drew my coins out, and now we count them. We have to figure out how much he has. So we start with a quarter. So 25, 50, 60, 70, 75, 80, 85. So that's our first answer there. 85 cents. Make sure you put the cent sign after the 5. Now, we have to figure out how many more pennies does he need so that he can buy the postcards. Well, first we have to figure out how much money does he need total to buy 2. So one postcard costs 45 cents. And if we have to add a second one, that would be 45 plus 45. So did you write that out down there? I know some of you math whizzes have it all figured out already, but stick with me here. 5 plus 5 is 0. We regroup the 1 up above the 4. Let's go ahead and do the doubles fact. 4 plus 4 is 8, and 8 plus 1 is 9. Okay, so to buy 2, he needs 90 cents. Now the question, let's go back to that second question. How many pennies does he need so that he can buy the postcards? Well, he has 85 cents. He needs 90 cents. How many pennies does he need? Pennies worth 1, so we go 86, 87, 88, 89, 90. So he needs 5 pennies. All right, you see that one there? He needs 5 pennies. Parents, that's how we show the work on our money problems. Okay, all right, let's look at number 6. That's one's a little tricky too. The subway arrives at the station on the hour and half hour. So that means it shows up at like 4 o'clock and 4:30, and then 5 o'clock and 5:30. It is now 4:30. Kate's family is on the way, but it will take 1 hour to get there. What is the earliest time her family can get on the subway? So if it's 4:30 now, what is the earliest time they could get on the subway? That leaves every hour and half hour. So it would be 5:30. So basically what they're asking here is what is 1 hour after 4:30? So 5:30 is the answer. Parents, we're not talking realistic time here. We're not talking parking and getting things because we don't include that in our math. So don't worry about that. All right. If you want to finish your blue folder, you only have, let's see, 2 problems left to do on your own. Do that now. Otherwise, we're going to move on and look at the homework. Okay, so the homework page for lesson 3 looks like that. Let's look at the front. It says Ashley's family is going to visit their grandma. It will take them 4 hours to get there. They leave at 10:30. What time will they get to grandma's house? So I really like the way they drew this out here. Okay, so we're looking in step 3. So 10:30, 1 hour makes it 11:30. Another hour makes it 12:30. A third hour makes it 1:30. And a fourth hour makes it 2:30. So you can see 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, starting at 10:30, you would arrive at 2:30. Okay, if that is a really helpful way for you to figure this out, go for it and draw it all out. Okay, well, let's look at number 1. It says underline what you know, circle what you need to find a pattern to solve. This is probably a good one to underline, at least underline what you know, because they're going to leave bits of information all over this problem. So let's start with number 1. There is one plane that leaves from the city to the ski resort every hour. Okay, let's underline that part that says every hour. See how I did that there? Every hour. That's going to be important. The first plane leaves at 10. Okay, underline 10 o'clock. The last plane leaves at 4 o'clock. How many planes fly to the resort each day? Okay, so now in that workspace there, we're going to write 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock. See what I'm doing here? I'll show you before I continue on. Okay. And then after 12 o'clock, we don't have 13 o'clock. We have 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. So we listed all of our times. Leaves every hour. Now we need to count how many hours there are. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So then our question says, how many planes fly to the resort each day? Well, that would be 7. Okay. All right. 2 and 3 are your homework. So go ahead and you can get to work on that. You guys are doing a great job. Don't forget to get your fact fluency done, and we'll see you later. All right. Bye.